At home now.
Good evening, everyone. This is an open public meeting of the Neptune Township Board of Education in accordance with Chapter 231, Public Law of 1975. Adequate advance written notice of the meeting was made by posting the schedule of meetings in the main floor lobby of the Board of Education administrative offices and by delivery to the Asbury Park Press, the Coaster, and the Neptune Township Municipal Clerk. Advance electronic notice has been made on the district's website, consistent with bylaw 0164.6. In order to abide by the Open Public Meetings Act, board members may use their digital devices to follow the agenda, report out from meetings, and to view agenda background materials, not to communicate with each other or anyone outside of the meeting. Fire exits are located in the direction indicated. In case of fire, you will be signaled by bell and/or public address system. If so alerted, please move in a calm, orderly fashion to the nearest exit. Postings have been placed on the bulletin board for everyone's use. Please do not remove these postings. You may obtain free copies of the documents from the district's website or purchase copies by writing the Board of Education office. During the public session of this meeting, parties having comment are requested to address the president. The public is advised in accordance with bylaw 0168, an unofficial audio recording of this meeting is being made. Pursuant to state statute ASA 26:3D17, Neptune Township Policy Regulation 7434, no smoking is permitted on Board of Education property. As a reminder, Neptune Township School District is a community for all learners where we value opportunity, diversity, and accountability. Mr. Leonard, roll call, please.
Dr. Berry?
Here.
Harris?
Here.
Ms. Huffman?
Here.
Mr. Hubbard?
Here.
Ms. Jones?
Here.
Ms. Morgan?
Here.
Ms. Breer?
Here.
Ms. Thompson?
Here.
Ms. Flynn?
Excused.
Here.
Ms. Jackson?
Here. Ms. Flynn is excused. Thank you, Mr. Leonard. Please join me in a moment of silence, which will be followed by the salute to the flag. Thank you. Please rise and join us in saluting the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice
for all.
So we welcome you again. This is the first meeting where we are actually using our digital devices, so as there might be some hiccups in process. Moving along with the agenda, we are going to go to our student government remarks. Ms. Terry.
Good evening, everyone. For this month, we have our Art Student of the Month, who is Jack Despigna. Our Athletes of the Month, for male, we have Dylan Perry for bowling, he's a senior. And for our female, we have Teresa Seal, she's a sophomore for track. For the Writer of the Month, we have Julianne Aquaviva. For the ROTC Student of the Month, NS1, we have Cadet Alejandro Lemus. NS2, we have Cadet Joanna Rojas. NS3, we have Cadet Carly Vopelius. For the Students of the Month, for freshmen, we have Brianna Blau. Sophomore, we have Cameron Wall. Junior, we have Gianna Foster. And senior, we have Amaya Morales. For the sports update, Cecilia Johnson, Kamora Hall, and Ariana Kelly ran a personal best time in the 55 meters at the Shore Conference. Kamora Hall made it to the finals in the 55 and placed 6th. Ariana Kelly for making the finals in the 55 meters and placed 3rd. For other news, it is School Board Members Month, and we would like to thank the Board of Education for all they do on behalf of the students. At the NJASC Winter Convention, the Student Council received the distinction of Honor School. To receive this distinction, there is a certain criteria that needs to be met that includes council activities and involvement. In addition, the Student Council received the Top 10 Project Award for Hello Day. The boys and girls bowling team had their Monmouth County Bowling Tournament in Aberdeen, NJ today, and they did really well. Lastly, I am happy to announce that junior Emily Lang was voted to the NJASC Executive Board at the convention. She had to do an interview in December, and at the convention 2 weeks ago, campaign and give a speech. High school students throughout the state voted. She will serve in this position until January 2025. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Milani. congratulating all of our students for their accomplishments. We will move now into our showcase, which will be given by Dr. Terrell and Summerfield Elementary School this evening. Here's the kids. He's going to show something.
Good evening, Madam President, Board of Education members, Dr. Crater, Dr. Christina, and parents and community members. This evening, Summerfield Elementary School is digitally going to present to you their showcase on from our winter concert as we focus in on our music. So with that, I will give that to Dr. Christina and he will show that presentation.
Okay. Oh, we need to move.
We can move, right?
We need to move.
I'm sure how Ellison comes down.
Thank you, Dr. Terrell and the students of Summerfield Elementary School. This is just another example that music actually thrives in our schools, beginning with our youngest learners. Ms. Harris, can you move our minutes, please?
Not open yet. Give it a minute.
I can do
Give me
it.
a minute.
Mrs. Thompson, can you move our minutes, please?
Thank you, Madam President. Be it resolved that the Board of Education approve the minutes of the work session of December 18th, 2023, and regular meeting of December 20th, 2023. So moved.
Second.
It's been moved by Mrs. Thompson, seconded by Ms. Harris. Board members, any questions? Mr. Leonard, roll call, please.
Dr. Perry?
I agree.
Sorry?
I agree.
Ms. Harris?
Aye.
Ms. Hoffman?
Aye.
Mr. Hubbard?
Aye.
Ms. Jones?
Aye.
Ms. Morgan?
Aye.
Ms. Lashley?
Abstain.
Ms. Spurrier?
Aye.
Ms. Thompson?
Aye.
Ms. Jackson?
Aye.
Madam President?
Thank you, Mr. Leonard. Dr. Crater, would you like to give your superintendent's report?
Thank you, Madam President. Milani stole most of my thunder, but thank you Milani, for all of those shout outs. I do want to thank everyone who attended Monday night's kickoff session for the strategic planning process. We had very good attendance, we had positive feedback. Our first planning session, where we actually dive into the work, will be held here on February 21st at 5. So I invite you all to attend. I wanted to share, speaking of music thriving in our schools, I had the good fortune to attend the matinee performance of the All Shore Intermediate Band today here in the PAC. We have 3 members of our middle school band in that performance, and it was like a college band. It was amazing today. So kudos to us for hosting. I was proud to show off the King Neptune sculpture, and as all of the visiting kids got over their silliness about the size of the sculpture and emulating the pose, they were a wonderful audience. So thanks for that. I do want to introduce I have recommended on the agenda our candidates, our finalists for the VP, Vice Principal of Neptune Middle School is Thomas Johnson. Tommy, could you stand up, please? And we have Vice Principal of the high school recommended, Mr. Mark Smith. So those folks are on the agenda tonight, and we welcome them here and thank them for coming. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Dr. Crater. We'll now move into our public forum. Oftentimes, it may appear to members of our audience that the Board of Education takes action with very little comment and, in many cases, by unanimous vote. I'm struggling here with this microphone. It's not being my friend tonight. And then in many cases, by unanimous vote. Before a matter is placed on the agenda at a public meeting, administration has thoroughly reviewed the matter with the superintendent of schools. If the superintendent of schools is satisfied that the matter is ready to be presented to board members, it is then referred to the appropriate board committee. The members of the board committee work with administration and the superintendent to assure the members fully understand the matter. When the committee is satisfied with the matter, it is then presented to the Board of Education for discussion before any final action is taken. Only then is it placed on the agenda for action at a public meeting. All personnel motions are at the recommendation of the superintendent. All agenda postings are available for public review. In rare instances, matters are presented to the Board of Education for discussion at the same meeting that final action may be taken. Time will be allotted now for public comment. Each speaker will be given 3 minutes when recognized by the presiding officer. Individuals wishing to address the board shall be recognized by the presiding officer and shall give their name, address, and the group entity that they represent. Although the board encourages public participation, it reserves the right through its presiding officer to terminate remarks to and/or by any individual not in keeping with the conduct of a proper and efficient meeting. The board will not respond to questions during the public portion of this meeting involving the employment, appointment, termination of employment, negotiations, terms and conditions of employment, evaluation of the performance of, promotion or disciplining of any specific prospective or current employee. The floor is now open for public comment. Is there anyone in the public who wishes to speak at this time? If so, please come forward and state your name and your address and the organization, if any, that you represent. Okay, seeing none, the public portion is closed. Mrs. Hoffman, can you move our superintendent's report, please?
Thank you, Madam President. Be it resolved that the Board of Education approve items recommended by the superintendent under superintendent's report as per document A, items 1 through 8. So moved.
Second.
It's been moved by Mrs. Hoffman, seconded by Mr. Hubbard. Board members, any questions? Mr. Leonard, roll call, please.
Dr. Berry?
Aye.
Ms. Harris?
Aye.
Ms. Hoffman?
Aye.
Mr. Hubbard?
Aye.
Ms. Jones?
Aye.
Ms. Morgan?
Aye.
Ms. Freer?
Aye.
Ms. Thompson?
Aye.
Ms. Leslie?
Abstain from 5 and 8, aye to everything else.
Ms. Jackson?
Aye.
President?
Thank you, Mr. Leonard. We'll move into our operations items. Ms. Jones, would you like to provide an update?
Thank you, Madam President. Regarding finance, the food service program is operating efficiently. A new double oven was installed in the Midtown kitchen over the holiday break. Overall, meal participation levels are up. The free and reduced price category is currently at 59% district-wide. The FY25 district budget is under development. State aid information will be available at the end of February. An updated budget calendar was distributed. Complete audit information is posted on the district website and available for review prior to next month's audit presentation. Regarding facilities, district snow equipment held up well for the recent snowfalls. The maintenance department and HVAC contractors addressed several cold areas in school buildings during the recent cold snap. And for transportation, the agenda will include an annual renewal for joint transportation services with the Warren County Ed Services Commission, along with several contract awards. Any questions?
Thank you, Ms. Jones. Mr. Hubbard, can you move our finance item, please?
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Madam President. Be it resolved, the Board of Education approve items recommended by the superintendent under finance as per document B1, items 1 through 5. So moved.
Second.
It's been moved by Mr. Hubbard, seconded by Ms. Jones. Board members, any questions? Mr. Leonard, roll call, please.
Dr. Berry?
Aye.
Ms. Harris?
Aye.
Ms. Hoffman?
Aye.
Mr. Hubbard?
Aye.
Ms. Jones?
Aye.
Ms. Morgan?
Aye.
Ms. Freer?
Aye.
Ms. Thompson?
Aye.
Ms. Leslie?
Aye.
Ms. Jackson?
Aye.
President?
Thank you, Mr. Leonard. Ms. Lashley, can you move our transportation item, please?
Thank you, Madam President. Be it resolved that the Board of Education approve items recommended by the superintendent under transportation as per document B3, items 1 through 6. So moved.
Second.
It's been moved by Ms. Lashley, seconded by Mrs. Thompson. Board members, any questions? Mr. Leonard, roll call, please.
Berry. Harris.
Aye.
Hoffman.
Aye.
Hubbard.
Aye.
Ms. Jones.
Aye.
Ms. Morgan.
Aye.
Ms. Freer.
Aye.
Ms. Thompson.
Aye.
Ms. Larson.
Abstain from all.
Ms. Jackson.
Aye.
Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Leonard. Ms. Puryear, can you give us our education update, please?
Education Committee had our meeting on Wednesday, the 24th at 4:30. Mrs. Thompson and myself were there. We also have representatives from Bradley Beach and Neptune City back again this year. We were given our points of pride by Mrs. Millaway. We received the district's improvement plan, which requires board approval tonight. We have one course proposal, which is fundamental Spanish. We also were given information on 2023 New Jersey Learning Standards for ELA and math. Our CUSAC scores are in. We have a 78.1, and you have to have an 80 so that you don't have to have those monitors. And all the areas that we received all of our points in were listed, and everyone got that. That was the end of our education meeting.
Thank you, Ms. Puryear. Any questions? Okay. Ms. Puryear, can you move our special education item, please?
Yes, thank you, Madam President. Be resolved that the Board of Education approve items recommended by the superintendent under special education as per document C2, items 1 through 2. So moved.
Second.
It's been moved by Ms. Puryear, seconded by Mrs. Thompson. Board members, any questions? Mr. Leonard, roll call, please.
Dr. Berry.
Aye.
Harris.
Aye.
Hoffman.
Aye.
Hubbard.
Aye.
Ms. Jones.
Aye.
Morgan.
Aye.
Ms. Freer.
Aye.
Ms. Thompson.
Aye.
Ms. Larson.
Aye.
Ms. Jackson.
Aye. Thank you, Mr. Leonard. Ms. Harris, can you move our student activities item, please?
Student activities, yes. Yes, I got it. Thank you, Madam President. Be it resolved that the Board of Education approve item recommended by the superintendent under student activities as per document C3, item 1. So moved.
Second.
It's been moved by Ms. Harris, seconded by Ms. Puryear. Board members, any questions? Mr. Leonard, roll call, please.
Dr. Berry.
Aye.
Harris.
Aye.
Hoffman.
Aye.
Ms. Hubbard.
Aye.
Ms. Jones.
Aye.
Aye.
Ms. Freer.
Aye.
Ms. Thompson.
Aye.
Ms. Larson.
Abstain.
Ms. Jackson.
Aye.
Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Leonard. Mrs. Morgan, can you provide us with a personnel update, please?
Yes, thank you, Madam President. So the Personnel Committee discussed vacancies and leaves of absence at this point, and we're in good shape at this point in the year. We also discussed the status of the vice principal interviews. And so as Dr. Crater stated, the recommendations for those positions, one being at the middle school, one being at the high school, are on the board agenda tonight. 11 candidates were interviewed for that position. Members of the staff, including teachers, did take part in the interview screening process, and this involved the staff and allowed for additional input into the candidates. Dr. Crater discussed the experience of the candidates with us, and again, it's going to be on the agenda now. During the committee forum, a question was posed regarding the data teams. Dr. Crater shared some of the student achievement data that they review, and also discussed after-school tutoring programs that are available. That's it.
Thank you, Mrs. Morgan. Can you move our personnel items, please?
Yes, thank you, Madam President. Be it resolved that the Board of Education approve items recommended by the superintendent under personnel as per document D1, items 1 through 23.
So moved. Second.
It's been moved by Mrs. Morgan, seconded by Ms. Jones. Board members, any questions? Mr. Leonard, roll call, please.
Dr. Berry.
Aye.
Ms. Harris.
Aye.
Ms. Hoffman.
Aye.
Mr. Hubbard.
Aye.
Ms. Jones.
Aye.
Ms. Morgan.
Aye.
Ms. Freer.
Abstain from number 14 and aye for all the others.
Ms. Thompson.
Aye.
Ms. Larson.
Ready?
Yes.
Abstain from 2, 5, 8, 10, 16, 18 through 20, and 23. Aye to everything else.
Ms. Jackson.
Aye. Thank you, Mr. Leonard. Ms. Berry, can you move our schedule of meetings?
She doesn't know.
That the Board of Education approve items recommended by the superintendent under schedule of meetings. Is there a second? So moved.
Second.
It's been moved by Ms. Berry, seconded by Mr. Hubbard. Board members, any questions? Mr. Leonard, roll call, please.
Dr. Berry?
Aye.
Harris?
Aye. Aye.
Mr. Hubbard?
Aye.
Ms. Jones?
Aye.
Ms. Morgan?
Aye.
Ms. Brier?
Aye.
Ms. Thompson?
Aye.
Ms. Leslie?
Aye.
Ms. Jackson?
Aye. Thank you, Mr. Leonard. Board members, do we have any to come before the board? I would like to say that I know it was mentioned that we're welcoming back our Bradley Beach representative who could not be with us here this evening, Ms. Flynn, and we're happy to have Ms. Lashley back from Neptune City. So they will have representation on our board for 2024. And I think that is all that we have on our agenda. So is there a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
So moved.
Ashley, moved, seconded by Ms. Puryear. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good evening.
Thank you for my printout.